Okay, so we're going to look at late goal, any scoreline here. We're going to look for going for a late goal in games. Ideally after 60 minutes, although you can go obviously later than that. And we're just going to look basically at games that fulfill this criteria and look for games that the odds are okay. So we're going to go over to the strategy in the software first. If you go to the profitable members filter, which is the middle tab, and click on late goal any scoreline, this will pop up. Now, the two games we're going to look at here are Wealdstone versus Altrincham and Korchik versus Charleroi. Okay, so they're the games because it's 3 p.m. It's just gone 4 here, so these are the 3 p.m. kickoffs. Very easy to do them both at the same time, obviously. And the strategy is simply this: back a goal at 60 minutes regardless of scoreline. Now, the next question has to be, well, okay, great, but what odds? Now, this is an important question. I would say we want to look at the strike rate of this strategy to determine what odds we should be getting at a minimum. So if I head over to the Profitable Members Trading Strategy Testing Sheet, you've all got access to this. It's a public document that I share for accountability. We put in these results all the time. As you can see, I've highlighted these two games already here. I put the selections in earlier in the day. Our strike rate is 73.71%, which we know we need around 71% to make profit on this, so we're happy with that. It's not an overwhelmingly good differential, but it's enough to make money, which is what I'm all about with Betfair trading. And so Korchik and Wealdstone are the games we're going to look at here. Strike rate is 73.71%. So if we go over to a probability table and look for 73%, let's have a look. What was it? 73.71. Okay, so we basically need odds of 1.36 plus here. Because this is slightly higher than our percentage average, slightly lower, sorry, so we would actually have a slight edge. Obviously with commission, you want it to be a little bit above 1.36, but remember, if we're making this our minimum price, then actually in theory we should get good value, because we know we hit on this over 73% of the time. So if the odds are giving us at least that kind of price, even lower, if we can get 1.4, that would be great. That's kind of pushing the margin we want to push. We need to look at the game at 60 minutes, obviously. A few more minutes to go before we get there. I'm just going to get the markets up. So we need Wealdstone and Korchik. So it's going to be a bit tricky because my head's in the way here. Let's go to the National League in the UK. English National League. Let's see if we can get the Wealdstone game up. 2-0 up against Altrincham, still at half time, which surprises me. But again, that's something to be aware of as well. Remember, it's not just a case of, well, if they kick off at 3, if it's 60 minutes, I'll just do it at 4:15. You don't want to do that because you will be getting in too early. The odds 1.23, 1.24 at the moment, so hopefully we see quite a big shift in the next 15 minutes of game time. That one could be marginal, so we need to look at that. I think we will get 1.36 plus, but obviously we'll have to look at that. Let's go back to football, and then we want Belgium, and First Division. I know my head's a little bit in the way there, apologies for that. This one has kicked off, second half, 47 minutes in. Not been a goal yet. Can't see that staying that way. And again, this one's going to be a similar sort of price. So hopefully we can get 1.36 in around 13, 14 minutes. And we'll basically be back for the trades. So this video has taken a turn for the worse, which does sometimes happen on a Saturday afternoon on Betfair. So I thought, actually, let's take this opportunity to do a YouTube video on this because there probably have never been any. And it is frustrating that Betfair goes down sometimes on a Saturday afternoon. Now, it has been rarer recently, but how do you not know that that is the time that you are going to be busy, right? It's 3 p.m. on a Saturday. You know everyone's going to be wanting to get their bets on at halftime. You know everyone's going to be wanting to trade games later on. Kindly note that we're currently experiencing some technical issues with our website and app, which are being looked into by our team. Apologies for any inconvenience caused. Well, inconvenience is caused. And there's a couple of options here. So the first option, which I heavily suggest, is to get another exchange account. And I'm just going to go to a couple of the popular ones here. So you've got BetDAC, 0 commission offer as well. So this is another exchange you can use. I'm not going to bother logging into these today, but obviously this is a good option. You know, go and look at other markets, other sites. Another one is Smarkets, exchange. Look, 0%. That's kind of their offer they have now, right? 0%. There you go. It's a good offer actually. So there's two that are. I mean, I'd suggest BetDAC over that. Matchbook's another one. So there's three, and you could keep. You know, let's say you keep a day's worth of trading bankroll in each. So it doesn't have to be you have to have loads of money in each bankroll. But you could put like enough to cover, you know, a Saturday afternoon's trading or whatever, which is when Betfair does seem to go down, annoyingly. But yeah, this is Matchbook's layout. Arsenal 2-0 down. What a shocker that is. So yeah, £30 welcome offer as well. Can't complain about that, right? So these are the options. You know, so a lot of people get really upset when Betfair goes down. Oh no, it's the end of the world. There's nothing I can do. Actually, there is. And you need to have a backup exchange to A, protect yourself in case you're already in a trade, but also B, to get a trade, because otherwise there'd be no way of doing the trades this afternoon, and there is. It's going to be a bit of a mess trying to record a video on different sites and getting the results and stuff, so I'm going to leave it today because I think actually it's a better lesson in a way for us to look at Betfair being down and what you can do in that situation. It doesn't look like Betfair's going to be back anytime soon. I mean, this is 15 minutes ago that it started. Again, Betfair, you're letting yourselves down. This is your opportunity on occasions like this to sort it out, because it's all well and good a website going down, right? It happens to us sometimes, but it doesn't happen at the exact same time when it does. Yeah, because that's random error. That's error that needs to be sorted. There's something going on, because why is it the only reason it can happen every time it happens is 3 p.m. on a Saturday is because of the traffic you're getting on site. That is literally the only reason. So I honestly think you could sort that out, and that would be massive. But traders, you've got to protect yourself. Get yourself a different account. I suggest using something like BetDAC. Some of their markets, actually, the liquidity is not that far off Betfair. I think they're actually owned by Ladbrokes now, or they were. I don't know if it's changed in recent years. You don't need to keep a load of money in there, just enough for a day's worth of trading. So that's another thing. It's not like you need 3-4 whole bankrolls to do this. But it's about protection, it's about preservation, and you know that's a big part of what we're all about when we're investing money, right? BetfairTradingCommunity.com, we're all about looking after yourself first and then making money. All right, guys, hope you have a great week, and most importantly, make some money on Betfair, BetDAC, Smarkets, Matchbook, wherever you can make the money and get the bet on. All right, guys, have a great week. See you soon.